on the political scene, one of the Democratic candidates is Senator Joseph Biden. Have you seen the problem he's been having? He went around and made a speech. And apparently, he quoted I think it was a British politician, took his speech and kind of paraphrased it as his own. And then the press got on him, and then he was charged also with taking part of Bobby. And Biden says, not to worry, he reassured his staff. He said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Hunter Biden, in many ways, is a weakness for the former vice president because of his work. He was I'll call it out, he's a swamp creature, like many people, trading under his family name to make money around the world.
Mr. Vice President, how many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
And so how do you know?
Here's what I know. I know Trump deserves to be investigated. He is violating every basic norm of a president. You should be asking him the question, why is he on the phone with a foreign leader, trying to intimidate a foreign leader, if that's what happened. That appears what happened. You should be looking at Trump. Trump's doing this because he knows I'll beat him like a drum.
He was only a good vice president because he understood how to kiss Barack Obama's ass.
Because you're all going to stand up. We're going to have some important people coming out in a minute. But there's one more band member that I want you to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, our vocals tonight, Michael Jackson. Michael, would you please stand? Thank you. Thank you very much. Soon to become Prince, as I was just pointed out to me. Ladies and gentlemen, my job is about over, which will please you almost as much as it pleases me.
You know nothing about energy. You know nothing about China. You know nothing about anything, frankly. Hunter, you're a loser. Why did you get $1.5 billion, Hunter? And your father was never considered smart. He was never considered a good senator. He was only a good vice president because he understood how to kiss Barack Obama's ass.
Treasury Department reports rebut in Biden's totally false claims about Hunter's cash haul. Democratic presidential nominee Joseph R. Biden flatly denied at Tuesday night's debate that his lawyer's son took huge sums of money from corrupt oligarchs and Chinese communists during the vice presidency, but the Treasury Department reports that Hunter Biden did receive the money. President Trump chose to make an issue of Hunter Biden's cash haul from Russia, Ukraine, and China, with the implication that unsavory figures were trying to buy Vice President Biden and the Obama administration. When somebody gets $3.5 million from the mayor of Moscow, Mr. Trump said, that is not true. The report is totally false, Mr. Biden said. A Senate Republican report by the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee says Mr. Trump is right, though it was not Moscow's mayor, but his wife, whom the U.S. suspects of corruption in attaining billionaire status. Hunter Biden received a single wire transfer of $3.5 million from Elena Bertruna. The Senate report said she became a billionaire through an illegal construction contracts awarded by her husband, since deceased. This is based on the Treasury Department reports received by Committee Chairman Ron Johnson, Wisconsin Republican, and Senate Finance Committee Chairman Charles E. Grassley, Iowa Republican. The Senate narrative is not specific, but the types of transaction records match the description of the confidential suspicious activity reports that the Treasury issues when it suspects illegal activity. The Senate report says on February 14, 2014, Petrona wired $3.5 million to Rosemont Seneca Thornton LLC, the bank account for consultant agreement. Rosemont Seneca Thornton is an investment firm co-founded by Hunter Biden that was incorporated on May 28, 2013 in Wilmington, Delaware. Russia invaded Crimea and Ukraine that month. Ms. Petrona sent the money. Why did he get it? Mr. Trump asked. The report was written for political reasons, Mr. Biden said. Mr. Trump asserted once he became VP, he made a fortune in the Ukraine, in China, in Moscow, and various other places. Mr. Biden responded, that is not true. According to the senator's Treasury records, it is true. So again, you could read that in full over here at the Washington Times. Trump battered Biden so bad during the debate that CNN's John King forced to admit Hunter Biden a swamp creature, using his family name to make money around the world, just like we've been reporting on for a few years. This was published on September 30th, 2020 at 9:07 p.m. Christina Layla. President Trump absolutely stunned Joe Biden during last night's debate when he brought up his crackhead son, Hunter Biden. Biden's jaw dropped when Trump asked why Hunter Biden received $3.5 million wire from the mayor of Moscow's wife. China ate your lunch, Joe, Trump said, and no wonder your son goes in and takes out billions of dollars to manage. He makes millions of dollars. Trump continued, and also, while we're at it, just out of curiosity, the mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million. What did he do to deserve it? What did he do with Burisma? President Trump battered Biden so bad last night that CNN John King was forced to admit Hunter Biden is a corrupt DC swamp creature. Hunter Biden in many ways is a weakness for the former vice president because of his work, King said. He was I'll call it out. He's a swamp creature, like many people trading in on his family name to make money around the world. You know it's bad when CNN admits Hunter Biden and the Biden crime family are corrupt grifters and thieves.
Hunter Biden, in many ways, is a weakness for the former vice president because of his work. He was I'll call it out. He's a swamp creature, like many people, trading under his family name to make money around the world.
The Bidens have been profiting off Joe's office for decades. Hunter Biden made millions of dollars sitting on the board of Burisma Holdings, a corrupt Ukraine natural gas company, despite having zero experience in the field, while his father was a vice president and tasked to clean up corruption in the Ukraine. Hunter Biden flew on Air Force Two with Daddy, VP Biden, to China, and 12 days later secured a $1.5 billion loan infusion for his private fund from the Bank of China. According to a new bombshell report released by the Senate committee, here's a few of the bullet points. Hunter Biden sent thousands of dollars to people who appeared to be involved in the human trafficking industry, including non-resident alien women in the U.S. who are citizens of Russia or the Ukraine. Hunter received a $3.5 million wire from the mayor of Moscow's wife, who was a close associate to Vladimir Putin. Hunter Biden had business associations with Ye Jianming and Gong Wendong and other Chinese nationals linked to the Communist government and the People's Liberation Army of China. Those associations resulted in millions of dollars in cash flow. Last year, a shocking admission, Hunter Biden told the New Yorker that he once accepted a diamond bribe from a shady Chinese business tycoon in exchange for his powerful contacts in the U.S. The 2.8 carat diamond was reportedly worth $80,000 and was sent to Hunter in 2016 in exchange for help making contacts in the liquefied natural gas industry in the U.S. Hunter Biden should be prosecuted and thrown in prison. Now, they act like it's not a conflict, but Joe Biden was a VP at the time when he put his son over there, or his son got the job. And, they're acting like now they have issues with Trump's kids working around the White House. But if Biden was to get in by some slim, crazy chance, it would be a direct conflict of interest immediately. If it wasn't when he was VP, I don't know how it wasn't, but it sure would be now. With all the angles and everything they're coming at Trump with, how do they ignore this? And there's no way that Hunter Biden went on his own behalf after getting booted out of the Navy for cocaine charges and just secured these jobs all around the world because of his lack of experience and it's his name, Hunter Biden. I just flew on Air Force Two. I don't have much time here at the bank to ask you some stuff. Oh, you flew on an Air Force Two? You're the VP's son. Of course they're going to secure that loan.
There is one less candidate in the race for the presidency tonight. Delaware Senator Joseph Biden dropped out of the hunt today, saying the disclosures about his plagiarism in law school and his exaggerations about his academic record made it impossible for him to continue.
I do it with incredible reluctance, and it makes me angry. I'm angry with myself for having been put myself in the position of having to make this choice.
The Delaware Democrat is the second candidate to be forced from the race by questions of character and integrity. Gary Hart dropped out earlier this year.
Give it. Where's Hunter? Okay, get it. So where is Hunter? I want to see Hunter ask these questions. Hunter, you know nothing about energy. You know nothing about China. You know nothing about anything, frankly. Hunter, you're a loser. Why did you get $1.5 billion, Hunter? And your father was never considered smart. He was never considered a good senator. He was only a good vice president because he understood how to kiss Barack Obama's ass. Of it. Where's Hunter? Okay, get it. So where is Hunter? I want to see Hunter ask these questions. Hunter, you know nothing about energy. You know nothing about China. You know nothing about anything, frankly. Hunter, you're a loser. Why did you get $1.5 billion, Hunter? And your father was never considered smart. He was never considered a good senator.